Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, thank you so much for joining us, joining the DIY clan. Before I even get into this video, I just want to thank you guys for being here. I think I haven't taken time to actually process everything. We are way over 100 subscribers. We are heading towards 200 comfortably and steadily. So I just want to take time to thank you guys. You don't have to be watching these videos, but you are. I do want to get to 200. I want to get to 500. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. So please make sure that you take some time, you share this content, and you tell your family, your friends, and all your loved ones about it. You can actually even tell your enemies, eh? Sharing is caring, hey? Anyway, so today, as you can see, I'm back in my home. So I thought to bring you guys some cooking, something to eat, cooking content. I have been busy doing a lot of DIY projects. If you're following or not following my parents' house makeover, there is a whole lot of videos, whole playlist that you can go and watch. Please go and do that and support your girl. But today I'm cooking. I missed doing this. I missed doing a cooking video. So I'm bringing you guys a recipe that if you are my friend and I've never cooked this for you, then you know today that I probably don't love you that much. Truth be told, most of my friends usually get this. So I made this one for a very special sister of mine, SK. Shout out to her. And yeah, it was a very lovely Sunday afternoon where we made this. We enjoyed it with some bubbly. It's a chicken breast wrapped with bacon, and I happened to stuff it with some cheese and a bit of green beans, and pesto was the hero of the dish. It's fairly easy. It should take you around 45 minutes to prepare this, and I hope that you will try it and that you will enjoy it. All right. Here we go. Okay guys, so these are what you need to prepare this meal. You need some chicken breast, you need some bacon, and for this butter and the herbs, I'm gonna use to make my own. It was supposed to be garlic butter, but it ended up being lemon butter because I didn't have garlic here. But if you have garlic, please get some garlic. It'll make a huge difference. You're gonna make your own garlic butter. And then for the side, which is the veggies, I'm just gonna pan fry a few veggies, lightly pan fried. So that's cherry tomatoes, some mushrooms, green beans, and I'm gonna put those mixed salad leaves just to juju the plate and give us a bit of green. Mommy says we need to eat a bit of green in all our food. So I didn't show the pesto there. We need the pesto, guys. That pesto there is the hero, and I'm using fresh lemon. You don't have to use fresh lemon. I'm using cheddar here. That's what I'm going to use to stuff the chicken. So now let's get on to making our what should be the garlic butter, lemon garlic butter. So you just put a bit of butter in your bowl, and we're then gonna add the herbs. So I put some thyme here, some mixed herbs, and I added that vegetable spice. And then after putting the spices, you would then add the garlic. It can be fresh garlic, or it can just be store-bought jar garlic. It doesn't matter. I just happen to not have garlic here, something I overlooked. I'm now squeezing the lemon juice into the bowl. It's fairly simple. And after doing this, we are going to just pop this into the microwave. We don't want it to be completely runny. You just want to let it go into the microwave for 5 seconds at medium heat, just to let that butter melt a bit. This is slightly overly melted, but anyway, I'm going to leave it on the side and then it will start to hold again. In the meantime, I'm going to grate some cheese. This is the cheese we're going to use to prepare our chicken, what we're going to stuff the chicken with. All right. So I haven't done the garlic butter. All these things are preparing to stuff the chicken. We prepared the garlic butter. We grated some cheese. Now I'm going to start stuffing the chicken breast. So I'm putting my cheese in first. The next part where I'm going to chop some green beans. Now I like for my chicken breast to have a bit of texture and color also when I cut it. So I decided to just finely chop these green beans and put it there for color. It's not necessary. Putting just a little bit there. And then I am gonna put a spoon of pesto on top of that. Guys, basil pesto I'm obsessed with basil pesto. I could just eat everything with it, but it's so expensive. Now I love how this garlic butter, I'm gonna call it garlic butter because it should have been garlic butter, how it's looking, the herbs, you can see it's getting slightly thicker at the bottom there. So all those herbs are coming out, and it's gonna make your breast soft. That butter is gonna make sure that your chicken breast stays soft when you are busy grilling it. Now on to wrapping it. We've finished stuffing it. We're gonna just wrap it with a few streaks of bacon. Fairly simple so far, guys, fairly simple. I find that these ones work way better than the shoulder part, the streaky ones, because they are long. If usually when I do this with the shoulder or the back part of the bacon, I usually need a toothpick to hold it, but these I didn't need to use a toothpick to hold because they're already so long and streaky. So I would actually advise you to buy this kind for this particular recipe. And I repeat the process with all my other breasts. Everything looking good. Here we go. This is how they look. And now we're ready to start preparing. Okay, so the leftover batter is gonna go into the pan. We're gonna slightly pan fry the chicken breast. The idea here is not to cook it completely. We are just slightly pan frying it. So you just want it to be slightly golden brown, because we're gonna put it in the oven. So let's put it either both sides for 3 minutes. I personally don't like overcooked breast. I like my breast to be very soft. So the longer you cook a breast piece, the more the juices are gonna be drained out of it. So you just want to slightly cook it so that the bacon gets cooked. We're still gonna put it in the oven, so you don't have to be overly conscious of whether your bacon is cooked or not. Remember, not cooking pork well enough is not good for your health. So that's what we're doing here. I'm now taking them from the pan and putting it in a casserole. I drizzled a bit of lemon just to give that zesty taste, and also mixed herbs on top. And I'm going back and taking that lemon butter and putting it on top of it because I want it to stay juicy and flavorful. And here I'm just putting a bit of rosemary, guys. There's something about rosemary, you know, when you put that in the oven, the aromas that are gonna just come out in the kitchen, beautiful. So while that is in the oven for around 25 minutes, I'm gonna just slightly, guys, don't overcook your vegetables. We are gonna lightly pan fry our vegetables. Again, we're still using the butter that we made. So I chopped the green beans, and I halved my cherry tomatoes, lightly pan frying these. I don't want them to overcook. And then I am going to cut my mushrooms into chunks and just throw them in the pan as well. This should not take you so long because you don't want your vegetables to get soggy. Do not let the vegetables get soggy. That's when the nutrients just start to just die. So you just want to lightly pan fry this. And when you see that your tomatoes and your mushrooms are starting to get soggy, that's when you know you're done. Season it with that vegetable spice that I showed you earlier, alright? And now we're ready to plate. Look at that. We are ready to eat, guys. I wish you guys could smell the rosemary, the pesto. Everything is coming out at this point. So, you know me and presentation. For me, food can taste good, but it needs to look good before it gets in my mouth. I'm now cutting this into some slices. I'm gonna just plate it. It's a lunch date for two, as always. But this time around, it's not my son who's gonna have the other plate, as I said earlier. So look at that. Look at that. The cheese is melting inside there. Yes, yes, that's all I can say. I'm already loving how it looks. So guys, I've come to determine that a video is not a video if my son's hand doesn't somehow creep in to show his presence. There he is alive and well and very present. I think he's gonna end up being a chef and a DIY expert, I tell you. Doing my second plate there, same thing. Look at that, the stuffing is just oozing out of the chicken breast. It's still succulent, it's still soft. That's very important because you don't want that breast to toughen up such that the cheese and all the stuffings will just be stuck in there. Everything should be able to ooze out of it. Alright, so now I'm gonna take the pesto. I'm just gonna lightly drizzle it. I wish it was a bit runny. I wanted to just put a slight bit on top of the chicken breast. I like also just, you know, laying a little bit on the plate. And then a little bit of lemon on the side for that zesty taste. If you want your food a bit more zesty. Let's add a bit of green. So we're adding a little bit of greens here. And yeah, I'm already happy with this, you know, without it even having those pan-fried vegetables. The plate is looking very good. And to finish it off, we're just gonna put a bit of those veggies there. And as you can see, guys, it's not too much. It's a light meal, but it's very filling. You have all the colors. You have your protein. You have your, you know, it's touching. The red is starting to pop in there to complete the colors on the plate. I'm loving this. It looks good. And just to finish it off, I just took some of that, the juices that came off in the pan, and I just, you know, drizzled it on top of that chicken breast. Just give it that, you know me and succulent meals. There you have it, guys. That's your meal. I hope you try it and enjoy.